Yes, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizky Ramadhani Putra from Indonesian Literature Room V4059. On this fine day, my group and I would like to briefly explain some material with the theme of language is communication relationship. As the opener, I will explain about language for international communication. International communication is communication carried out by communicators representing a country to convey message related to the interests of their country to communicants representing other countries. As a field of study, international communication focuses attention on the entire process through which data and information flow through national boundaries. The subject being studied is not just the current itself, but also the structure of the stream that is felt, the actor involved in, the means used, the effect that is generated, and the underlying motivation. International communication activities can take place between people to people, of government to government. State that the primary unit of search in international communication is the interaction between two or more countries which is mass mediated. International communication is also the study of various kinds of mass mediated communication between two or more countries with different cultural backgrounds. That difference in background can be in the form of difference in ideology, culture, economic development, and difference in language. And then, one of the things that is a fundamental and very vital part is communication. Every human being is essentially an individual creature as well as a social being who cannot live alone or is a zone political. Therefore, humans communicate with one another in order to meet their daily needs. And then international communication is very necessary due to the globalism of information and an unbalanced flow of information, making it possible for conflict between countries to occur. Therefore, with the establishment of good international communication, it is hoped that a conducive exchange of information will occur, thereby minimizing the occurrence of conflict between countries. Okay, the next will be continued and explained by my partner, Muti.
International communication can be studied for three perspectives. Diplomatic perspective. Performance international or small group through diplomatic channels. Direct communication between high-ranking state officials to cooperate or resolve conflict. Maintain bilateral or multilateral relations. Strengthen position or enhance the country reputation in the mind of international relations. Conduct at press conference, politic meeting, international forum at the UN level or regional forums, or even at diplomatic meeting such as state dinner. Journalistic perspective. Conduct through mass media channels. Because the flow of information is dominated by default country. 3 is an assessment of international communication in his perspective of being dominated by default country, as well as being used as a means of control over social forces, control of political forces in the international political area. The ruler of international flow become the gatekeepers who control the flow of communication. This journalistic channel is also often used for propaganda purpose with the aim of changing the policy and interests of a country or weakening the position of the opposing country. Propagandistic perspective generally carrying out throughout the mass media, aimed at instilling ideals into the minds of the people of often country and being driven too strongly to influence thought, feeling and action, obtaining or expanding supports, sharpening or changing attitude and perspective on an idea of even or forright policy of a particular country. Propaganda is a very powerful instrument of influence. There are three dimensions of international communication, namely, number one, politics. The media system and communication system of a country are highly dependent on the social political system prevailing in a country. Number two, economy. International communication is not only a sociological phenomenon, but also has an economic dimension among conglomerate and the press. Number three, the culture. The mass media is also a culture tool containing the culture product where our person come from.
International communication function 1. Dynamic international relation that exist between two or more countries as well as relation in various file between group of people of different countries or nationalities. 2. Assisting or supporting effort to achieve the goals of international relation by achieving international cooperation and avoiding conflict, misunderstanding between the government and between residents. 3. Is a technique to support the implementation of foreign policies for each country to fight for the achievement of interests in other countries. Communication is a skill that must be honed. In this ever-changing world, we are expected to continuously improve our communication skill. The management success of a company is directly related to the management ability to communication with its members to achieve the company's organizational vision and mission. Communication between members of the organization is also very important for completing tasks. As organizational complexity increases, so does the need for more effective communication system because all business activities involve communication and because international management is more complex than domestic business management. Effective communication is essential to the success of international operation regarding customers, suppliers, government agencies, and a number of other organizations. It is necessary to communicate across national borders. In other words, for international management achievement, communication is essential.